All right, Veronica, Gabrielle, this mic is all yours.
Thank you, dude.
Today, we're going to be sharing on thoughts. Let us open first. We invoke the energies of all the ascended masters, archangels, and angels to be with us. We welcome your grace and your presence. For this, we're grateful, and so it is. Years ago, some of us may remember, there was a television show, and it was called Have Thoughts Will Travel. And they traveled far. As long as our mind harbor violent thoughts, that violence will find its way somehow into our speech and behavior. The root of all violence is in the world of thoughts. That is why training the mind is so important. It is the most difficult task you can ever undertake. You must have a change in thought style, followed by a change in lifestyle. A racing mind is racing too fast for love, compassion, and tenderness. Fast mind is sick. A slow mind is sound and kind. And a still mind is divine. It's always the thought that comes first, despite our temptation to believe that it's another way. Yeah. Just as there is no loss of basic energy in the universe, so no thought or action is without its effects. And we live in a universe of cause and effect. Cause is thought, the effect is the experience. Present or ultimate, seen or unseen, felt or unfelt. Thoughts are not born and cannot die. They share the attributes of Creator. And an unremembered thought is not one that has died. It's just not in your awareness. Every loving thought is a true thought. You see with the eye of your heart. The eye of your heart sees the invisible. When we use fewer words and hear more silence, we learn quickly and live fully. Have thoughts will travel. Some of us remember the television series, Have Gun Will Travel? Well, have thoughts will travel, and they travel far. No one organizes his life without a thought system. We develop it, live by it, and teach it. We can only teach what we know to teach. It's to demonstrate. Your thoughts create your reality. What you accept as real for you, your acceptance of it makes it real. Love is real. Fear is unreal. So by accepting it, you have it. Even if what you accept is still in invisible form. Thoughts rule creation, and creation is complete. Creation is sharing, and sharing is knowing. Creation is the sum of God's thoughts in number infinite. So the world represents a thought of God. So all of the universe is thought energy. And energy is neither created nor is it destroyed. It only is. So everything is an idea. An idea is a thought to which you give meaning of your own according to your state of mind. The mind is a process of thoughts. You live in the mind, and life is experienced in the mind. Thoughts are always flowing. Only accept the emotions and feelings you want to experience. Every penny counts, every thought counts. Every thought has a consequence. And every thought makes an impression on your consciousness. And the sum total of all your thoughts make up your world. Thoughts are vibration. Thoughts begin in the mind of the thinker, to which they extend outward. Positive thoughts are slow, sound, clear, deep, and well directed. Positive thoughts are of a higher vibration. Negative thoughts of a lower vibration and are fast and sick. A fast mind is sick. A slow mind is sound and kind. And a still mind is divine. A fast mind has no time to finish a thought, much less to check on the quality of the thought. It has no room for love, tenderness, and compassion. So most of us are suffering from this sickness of a racing mind. So it seems normal. The sickness is that you are the thinker. We are hallucinating. You want to think like God is to be with pure energy. Everything flows from your thoughts, words, actions, decisions, desires, destiny. And if we are not in the flow of pure energy, then we're dreaming that something outside of ourselves can fill us up. I call them the P's: power, profit, prestige, and pleasure. And when it does not, our lives become dull. Everything that comes up in your life is an opportunity to become more patient, more tolerant, and to love unconditional. We must allow for all thoughts to be corrected. And until we do, our lives remain dull, shallow, scattered, and confused. Nothing grows in shallow soil. Your thinking makes your future, because what is here is also there, and we are there now. Thoughts are not born and cannot die. They share the attributes of their creator. So the thoughts you think are in your mind, as you are in the mind which thought of you. The thoughts of God are far beyond all change and shine forever. They wait on welcoming and remember. And to remember is to restore to your memory what is already there. But you rejected it. Thoughts increase by being given away. The more who believe in them, the stronger they become. The thought your true self, God, holds of you is your reality. And reality is a quality or state of being real. And only what is loving is real. So if it's a loving thought, it's real. If it's a fearful thought, it's not real. But you are aware of your reality. Reality, again, is a quality or state of being real. And only what is loving is real. So if it is not a loving thought, it is not a God thought. So as I bring this awareness to every activity of my life, in all I do, everything becomes sacred. Whatever your thoughts, as long as they flow, words, actions have to follow. So what do? Stand guard at the door of your mind. Monitor your thoughts. Shakespeare said, all things be ready if the mind be so. So ask yourself, what can I do to take command of my thoughts right now? And do it. Your thinking will be erratic until a firm commitment is made. Commitment is an obligation. It's a promise, an agreement to do something. Nothing happens until we commit. Commitment transforms dreams into reality. Until one is committed, there is hesitance, the chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness concerning all acts of intuitive and creation. There's one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans. At the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves to. all sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events is used from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no man could have dreamed would come his way. Whatever you can do or dream, you can begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. So what do? Begin it now. Transformation of consciousness is the only thing worth doing, because in that transformation, you are then having something to give that is not temporary, but permanent. The whole purpose of being on a spiritual path is to turn selfish desires into selfless desires. That is transformation. You're transforming consciousness. What seemed hardest becomes the easiest. Knowledge means recognition, recognizing what is real. To know the truth, one must make it real, must live it in thought, word, and action. There is no such thing as a little thought. In fact, it's a thought and needs to be well directed. God's world is thought. The thoughts of God can only be heard when the mind is quiet. In quiet, you receive the loving thoughts of God. Simply do this. Lay aside all thoughts of what you are and what God is. Empty your mind of all images you hold about yourself. Everything, true or false, good or bad, right or wrong. Hold on to nothing. And in that emptiness, God, the source within, will fill you. And it is his function to govern his creation. The world we see does nothing. It merely represents your thoughts. This world you see holds nothing that you want. Beyond this world is a world you want. And it is impossible to see two worlds. When you decide to change your mind, have a change in thought style, followed by a change in lifestyle. And to change is to attain a state of mind, a change of thought. Yeah. You are in two worlds. The mind cannot serve two masters. Love is the only master. And you are the masterpiece, not the frame. Yeah. You must have an inworking of prosperous thoughts before you can experience an outworking of prosperous results. So the question is, are we ready and willing to have our delusional beliefs and attitudes exposed? We are so addicted to our self-made thoughts. And what does it do? It depletes our God-given energy. Our thoughts are repetitive and meaningless. Are we willing to let go of all that we have made and know that we are eternally supported by the universe? Are we tired of making a living, trapped in a world of pain, suffering, despair? I call them the D's: depression, deprivation, distress, lonely, and going nowhere. Yeah, the illusion of despair. Ask yourself, what do I want? Peace or conflict? That's the question I asked myself many, many, many years ago. If you want to know if what you are doing is right, ask yourself, does it offer peace? Does it feel right? The rightness is a right thought. Then you are certain and at peace. Allow truth to be your daily bread instead of guilt and shame. We are, many of us, deficient in love. What could be more unstable than a tightly organized, delusional thought system? Be willing to let go. I know, I feel, because I am. There is only I am. We will identify with what we think is real. And we are dedicated to illusions, and no illusion has any truth in it. Illusions are beliefs in what is not real. Love is real. Fear is unreal. So what do? Abandon all illusions and reside in the temple of bliss. We are moving from a lower to a higher, more complete level of reality, from selfishness, separated fear consciousness, from reaction to selflessness, abundant love consciousness, to action. We're emerging from an illusion of what we think we are to the acceptance of what we are. Be present. And whatever we do, may we always welcome holy news. It's a new era. It's a new world. We have to see different, think differently, and live differently. Do not compromise or adjust adjustments of any kind or of the ego. We are removing the blocks that are blocking the awareness of the presence of love. That's what everyone is searching for. That's what everyone wants. That is what we truly are. Love is always present. We are absent. How do we know if we're making progress? Ask yourself, am I at peace? Am I more tolerant, less judgmental, more loving, and free from past conditioning? Yeah. Why are we not diving deeper? We, man, human consciousness, because we are more concerned with things outside of ourselves to deplete our energy than we are about truth is to remember our joy, the joy that is your birthright. We create the illusion of aloneness. Just be. Yeah. Being is the language of your soul. So whatever is manifested in your life right now is affected by how you receive it. And in order to be a manifester, we must first trust. Trust is your foundation. We must know that we are worthy to receive. God can give us only as much as we are receptive to receive. Material form is how spirit manifests itself to us in billions and billions and trillions of different forms. To accept is to allow the abundance to flow without interruption. Love is your abundance. Use creative law. Love is the law. And when we use the law correctly, everything we desire comes into manifestation. We attract the substance to us like a magnet. Be certain you're using thoughts to co-create and not miscreate. When we co-create, we are in joy, the joy that is your birthright. When we miscreate, well, we are in pain. Through our thoughts, we are allowing our good to come forth and declaring it is done. We let go of the outcome or the results. Doubt destroys results. Trust ensures them. When we can accept what is, every moment is the best. Preoccupation with results makes us tense, anxious, exhausted. It is not working that tires us. It is the ego-driven work that depletes our energy. Love enables us to work without agitation or tension. And with that kind of attitude, you are at peace. Patience is natural for those who trust. Patience is confidence that God is the doer. And in the words of Shakespeare, how poor are they that have not patience? We wait peacefully for the outpouring of substance on the wings of love. Remember, love does not seek to throw us into panic. Patience attains the goal. Be gentle with yourself. You will always meet yourself. The thoughts we share with God are meaningful. The thoughts we made are meaningless. And the thoughts of God are selfless. You do what you do for the good of all. God did not create a meaningless world. What are we accepting? beauty or ugliness. Beauty is being. The Christ within you has no past. He is changeless, without past or future. He is now. The Christ within does not inhabit a body, because wholeness is unlimited and has no form. He cannot answer you in terms that have no meaning. There is no meaning in form. Merge with the formless. Jesus said it. No one cometh unto the Father except by me. Does not mean I'm separate or different from you in any way. Only in time. And time does not exist. Time is a belief of the ego. Eternity is an idea of God. So the world will end when you reserve your thoughts. You are willing to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. It is a new mind, open to receive the gifts of the kingdom. So it is our intention to bring the false self to an end, to die daily to the personality self. Personality comes from the Latin word persona, meaning mask. Are we willing to remove the mask and end the past and seek a future different from the past? The thoughts you're entertaining now are creating your future. Jesus said, greater things that I have done, you can do. So what is stopping us from bringing forth mighty works? Lack of love, identification with a superficial self, identification with a time. The past is gone. Let us not cherish it within our hearts, or we will lose the way to walk to the light. Problems are not caused by anything that happened in the past. Problems are caused because we made a decision in the present to hold on to the past. Yeah, something that happened in the past. The past is over. It can touch us not. Our present joy is all we see. Energy flows where your attention goes. Where is your attention? We have been told to bring forth mighty works, not by the sweat of your brow, but by the intent of your consciousness. What are your intentions? Intention is the determination to act in a certain way. Act from a state of love. We can only act from a state of love if we are living in a consciousness of love. Consciousness is the receptive mechanism for receiving either from above or below. Higher frequency thoughts of love or lower frequency thoughts of fear. Consciousness is being aware of something within oneself, regardless of the name. So say to yourself silently and thoughtfully, with fixed determination and eyes closed. Nothing but my thoughts can hamper my progress. Nothing but my thoughts can hamper my progress. Nothing but my thoughts can hamper my progress. I am free from dismal thoughts and meaningless laments. I am free from dismal thoughts and meaningless laments. I will not poison myself with my self-made thoughts. I will not poison myself with my self-made thoughts. I will not poison myself with my self-made thoughts. I am safe and secure forever in the light. I am safe and secure forever in the light. I am safe and secure forever in the light. The light is here and the way is clear. The divine light descends upon us all, and we are purified, grateful, and blessed. For this we give thanks. Rest in quiet light. Love you.